how we speak and how we communicate as human beings is of utmost importance. And I want to just take a few moments of your time as I challenge you on what I've entitled The Art of Speaking. My name is Mwai, and I'm so grateful that you've taken your time to just spend these moments, a few moments with me. The art of speaking. Human beings are human beings because they communicate. We are supposed to be communicating beings. We have the ability to communicate through intelligence. We have the ability to communicate through words, and we have the ability to listen to one another, to interpret what we are saying and what of you. Something that is very unique, especially for human beings. But as I have come to learn and discover as I've grown older with time and more experience, is that speaking is an art. It's something that you must be very intentional about. The art of speaking. Because how you speak will sometimes determine your next level in life. Sometimes we shut doors, opportunities, we shut down opportunities that come our way because we have not learned how to speak or how to express ourselves. Sometimes we find ourselves taking a certain turn or a certain direction because of some of the things that we say, maybe saying to other people, saying to ourselves. The art of speaking, it is important for you and I to learn the art of speaking. So number one, the art of speaking basically means that I must, first and foremost, always pay attention to what I say. Think through before I speak. Think through what I'm about to say before I release it out of my mouth. Have you ever noticed that once you have released something out of your mouth, it is impossible for you to get it back? You maybe in a moment of anger, in a moment of passion, sometimes you can say some things that you will regret, some things that will have repercussions for a very long time, but the moment they have come out of your mouth, that is it. You cannot take them back. You can apologize. Yes, you can try to make amends, but it's a done deal. You cannot take back those words once they have been released. So you have to pay attention to your thought process. You have to think through before you speak. Sometimes it is better to be quiet than to speak. But then the second thing is that in the art of speaking is that you must also always understand and gauge your audience, because you will speak differently in different contexts. I'm not talking about pretense. I'm just saying that different contexts demand that we speak differently. We address people differently. If, for example, you stand before the president, they will be expected that you will speak in a certain way because of the office that man holds. If you're in front of maybe a friend and a neighbor, it will be different. When you're talking to your friends, it will be different. So you must always have the intelligence to know who you're speaking to, understanding your audience, the person in front of you, so that you can speak appropriately. There are things that are inappropriate to say. They're appropriate to say to your friend. They're appropriate to say to your neighbor, but there may be an inappropriate to say maybe to a president or to some dignitary somewhere. There's a language you can employ in the streets, but it will be inappropriate for you to engage it in an office setting or even in the business arena. But then the third thing is this, that you must also, in the art of speaking, you must learn the language of your context. Every context has its own language. It has its own vocabulary. And some of the language that I'll employ, for example, in the marketplace or in the boardroom will be very different from the language that I will employ out in the streets or out hanging out with my friends. I must be intelligent. I must do my homework so that I am intelligent enough to know the language, the vocabulary, the expressions that people employ. Now, and we can say many things about the art of speaking, but if you will just adopt some of these very, very simple things that I have just shared with you, you will find that your life becomes more productive. Your engagements become more productive. People take you more seriously. You are able to communicate your ideas in a better way, as opposed to somebody who does not pay attention to the art of speaking, and then they find themselves always speaking out of turn, sometimes saying something that becomes an insult to somebody else in a different context. Always pay attention. You have to develop that intelligence in the art of speaking. May the Lord bless you And I thought that this would be very, very critical and important for us, especially as we navigate through life, as we navigate through our careers and even in business. God bless you. Please share this with somebody else.